as we come to the end of the 5th anniversary, I decided to make a full tier list consisting of every single LF and Ultra units with some regular Spark units as well. This should give a good overall idea of where all the units are sitting at, and hopefully it helps out any newer player that might have joined during the anniversary. So let's go. So as always, shout out to DNG for providing these tier lists. He always has them up to date with all the newest units. As you can see, we have Ultra Vegito Blue, the latest unit to drop, as well as Super Saiyan Blue, shout out there, and all the anniversary units. So if you're interested to use this tier list or whatever the case may be, I'll leave a link to his Twitter in the description below. So we have every single Legends Limited unit with a couple of, actually a few 1% Spark units. I think all the 1% Spark units since this Kaioken Goku, which was the release from January last year. So we have all the 1% Spark units from that point on, as well as all the Ultras and all the Legends Limited units, right? So I have separated this into 5 tiers. We have the God tier, Z tier, S tier, tier 1, and then Trash. There's going to be a lot of units in Trash and tier 1, and probably an S tier as well. And for the most part, those 3 tiers will not be ordered. I'll try my best to kind of order S tier, but tier 1 and Trash tier, they're not going to be ordered whatsoever. It doesn't really matter where you place them within those tiers. They belong in that tier. So we're not going to be really focused on that. So right off the bat, we're obviously going to start up from the bottom and go up. So I'm just going to start tossing in a bunch of units into Trash tier. So right off the bat, we got Beerus, we got this guy. Just trust me. I think we're going to be placing them. We're going to be flip-flopping them around whenever the time comes, but for now we're just gonna place these guys in Trash tier here, right? So we're gonna place these guys here. Actually, we're gonna put this guy here. Actually, this guy can go there. This guy can go there. This guy can go here. These units are still usable, right? They're usable. These guys are just not usable. These guys are usable, and the reason I have him there is because he had a recent resurgence, right? So we'll put him there. We'll put him. Oh, we'll keep that for later. Broly, you can go there. Gogeta Blue, you can go there. Future. I mean, we're just going to start placing the Trash tiers first because there's no point of organizing those units. So we'll keep going. Frieza, great. This guy can go here. You can probably go somewhere here. And I think that's enough. I'm not going to be doing all the regular 1% Sparking units. I'm just going to be doing the ones that are somewhat like meta relevant, right? And any of the latest ones. So for now, that's looking pretty decent. So let's just start off rapid firing these. I kind of want to shuffle this because this is kind of unordered here. So let's start off with, I guess, placing some S tier units for starters. We can play this guy, this guy for sure. Zamasu can go here. Revhon can probably go there as well. By the way, this guy goes all the way. S tier, this guy goes here. Sort of, we're gonna keep that for later. Ultra, you can go somewhere here, probably at the bottom. Oh, this guy's too high here. What do we? This guy can get tier 1 as well. Revon probably the top of tier 1. That's fine. Bardock somewhere here. Jiren probably somewhere here. We can put him like here. Kaioken Goku. Kaioken Goku can definitely go somewhere here. It doesn't really matter where he goes. I'm pretty sure he's like somewhere around here. That would make sense, right? Droids probably would go somewhere here as well. MUI Go. I can put MUI Goku somewhere here because he's pretty solid, right? Dragon Fist somewhere here. Who else are we missing? Trunks can go somewhere here. Yeah, I'm telling you, this is going to be a lot of units going into tier 1, right? It's just that these units, you're not going to be using them at all, literally at all. Trash, don't even bother trying to use these guys. They're not going to be used. Tier 1 units are not going to be used either. And then S tier are going to be used very rarely. Like these guys, you do not see. The only reason this guy's even here is because of the recent setup with him, Pan, and Go Frieza, right? But other than that, he's not useful. He's just there because the kind of support and the blue card spawning, right? So that's why he's there. So for that, it's fine. Ultra Broly, I'm definitely going to put him probably at the top of tier 1. He doesn't. USG and Broly's a interesting one. I can see Broly being like here. Like, actually, I don't see it actually at all. Cooler can go here. He's actually not terrible. I used him recently when Go Frieza came out, and he's not terrible, right? Power Weekend Piccolo, I'm not going to bother ranking him. Tag 4, okay, we're going to chill out on these units. This guy can go probably all the way here because he I guess kind of gains some value if you can run him with Vegito and Gogeta. It can be a pretty decent, solid lineup there. Actually, I'm going to put him somewhere here. It's fine. Okay, so these guys we're not gonna go through yet. We're not gonna bother with Master Roshi. These guys are oh, I can do these guys. I'll put this guy here. Do I want to disrespect him that much? Is MUI better than Tag Bros? Tag Z Bros? I don't know, because MUI can kind of cook, I'm not gonna lie. But we're not gonna disrespect him too much, I guess. So we'll put him above there. I guess we can kind of order this a bit now. I think LF Forku is still better. Maybe these are pretty interchangeable, I think. But let's keep going here. Trunks, do I want to bother rating Trunks? He's probably gonna go somewhere here. Like, he's not really that crazy. Red Cell, I can bring him like somewhere here maybe. But he's pretty much lost all value now because, I mean, you're not going to run regen, and UVB pretty much replaced him on future, so powerful opponent, hit's going to be used there instead, so that's that. We're not going to be rating all the Shallot forms other than Super Saiyan Blue, because I just don't feel like it. Jiren, we're going to stave him. Casserole can go somewhere here, probably. Like here, I guess. Kyoei, we're going to leave her there for now. Free to play Vegeta, we're not gonna, he's not really worth rating. Red 21 can go probably somewhere here. Maybe, yeah. We're gonna leave Gamma. Magenta can go somewhere here, probably. I can argue him like somewhere here. Red Gohan can be argued like somewhere here, potentially. Maybe MUI is a bit too high. We'll put him there. And then that should be good for S tier, I think. The rest, I want to start putting them in Z tier or God tier. Actually, do I want to put how many? I'm thinking how many units should I have in Z tier? Because I know who's gonna be in God tier, but I'm thinking of how many units we're gonna have in Z tier. For now, we're just gonna stick with this, and then if there's too many units in Z tier, I'm gonna bring them down a notch. So let's start cooking with Z tier here. So we can toss in Rev UI, we can toss in regular UI. Oh, Future Gohan, I forgot about this guy. This guy can go somewhere here. So that's fine. So that's okay. So we have both UIs there. We don't have any of these. USV can be USV can also go somewhere here. He's gained some value, but he's also lost some value because UVB is running rampant. But you can also run him with UVB, right? So that's why there's a bit of value there. But we're gonna leave him there. Actually, purple 17 can be argued somewhere here as well. So oh yeah, I forgot about LF Trunks. Okay, there's a lot of units. Okay, there's a lot of units in S tier. So we're gonna drop some units down. We're gonna drop some units like that. That should be fine. Cooler also, honestly, Cooler can probably drop a bit. So that's fine. So let's see here. All right, Beast Gohan definitely. That's tough. Beast Gohan above UI sign or below? I think above UI sign, just because he's blue unit. He's a blue unit, right? But UI sign is really good. UI sign is really, really good. Both of them, by the way. Let's see. Tag Force can go behind them. Pan. The Pan is a tricky unit because she's obviously like, she's not good on her own, but she's just an insane support unit, and you almost always lead her. Like, all the best teams you create involves her almost. Like, you just run two powerhouses and then you toss in Pan. Like, the Go Frieza, that nasty Go Frieza setup, you had Pan. One of the best teams right now is Go Frieza UVB Pan. Go Frieza UGB Pan. UGB UVB Pan. Like, it's always Pan as your third option. So just because of that, I'm tempted to put her even higher. Because her usage rate is so high. It's just insanely high, right? So we're gonna stick with that for now. Sort of hope Trunks definitely going above Beast here. His viability right now with UVB and Rose is crazy. That's definitely one of the best teams in the game right now. And he does a good job against Ultra Vegito Blue, having that gauge to be able to stop his combo once it fills up, because UVB is gonna continue comboing until his gauge is popped, right? So that's one of the ways to stop it. So and he's also very good offensively, right? So he's definitely the mainstay blue option. I think he's replaced Zamasu in my opinion. And so yeah, he definitely deserves a spot there. So Zamasu, we're gonna put him in the back here. Definitely has dropped a bit in value, so that's that. Hit also has lost a lot of value. I don't know where I want to place Hit. We're gonna leave him there for now. Maybe it's a bit disrespectful to have Pan over Hit. Maybe even Beast over Hit is kind of disrespectful. We'll leave Hit there. I think that's a good spot, actually. So we're gonna leave there. It really depends on how many units we have in C tier, right? So let's keep going here. Kid Buu definitely has lost a lot of value, which is crazy because some would argue he was the best unit in the game before. I wouldn't, but some could say he was one of the best. He was top 2 before UVB's release, and some could argue he's top 1. So it's crazy how much value he's lost just because of being a yellow unit, and I haven't seen a single Ultra Kid Buu ever since, right? So we're gonna put him probably somewhere here. His usage has gone down quite a bit. I think at this current, I don't know. Maybe I'll go like this. Maybe like this. UI Sign is good, man, but is he good enough? Because UI Sign's usage rate right now has skyrocketed as well. But is that usage rate enough to justify him over Kid Buu? Because Kid Buu's kit-wise, it completely just stomps. Like, it's not even close, right? But meta-wise, is it enough to like go over him? We'll leave it like this for now. We'll see after, but for now, we're gonna leave it like that. Jiren also has lost some value. Probably would go somewhere here, just because he gets literally 2-carded by UVB. It's a lot of these units ranking is heavily affected by UVB's release. Because if you're going up against a certain unit so damn often, at a certain point you have to start like devaluing some of these units that become irrelevant because of that, right? If you're gonna see UVB in 99 out of 100 matches, at a certain point you're just not gonna bring the Jiren ever, right? So it kind of sucks because the unit itself is good, but you know, all this is based on what the current meta is, right? So we're gonna leave him there. Another unit that suffered because of UVB, Gamma 1 and 2, but he still has ways to go neutral, so we're just gonna leave him here. I think that should be a decent spot to have him at. I don't know. He has definitely suffered, but he can be ran alongside MVP 17, who's a really good counter to UVB, just because obviously first of all he's blue. You can do good damage to him. He has ways of, you know, reducing the arts power, and of course he has the endurance canceling buff effect from one of his passives. So that way, if UVB rushes him, he will not nullify the endurance, right? This similarly happened to UGB when F17 first dropped. So I think that can give him some value, but I think Pan's usage rate definitely influence. Yo, her usage rate is just crazy, man. Like, you see her so often, it's insane. But do I want to put her above Gamma 1 and 2? How many units do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we'll put her. I don't know if Pan is top 10 actually. We'll leave it like this for now. So Orange Piccolo probably somewhere here. I'm even tempted to put him like here. He's just ass. Like, I don't know what they were thinking with this unit. He should have been a lot better considering how anticipated he was. So that's tough. Qiao Wei is actually very good. I would argue that she can go like here. Tag 4s, the only reason they're even there and not higher or anything like that is just because GT is down bad. And because of that, I'm tempted to even bring him down to S tier, or them down to S tier, but for now we'll just leave him there. Super Saiyan Blue Shallot. Do I rank Super Saiyan Blue Shallot over Orange Piccolo? I don't think so. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna put him right at the top of S tier. I think that would make sense. I'm even tempted to bring Orange Piccolo down to top of S tier, but for now this is fine. Yeah, I think that's fine. So is that all of these Z tier units? Oh no, we have the last one who I think is leading the front in the Z tier category, and it's 17. His value just will never end. He is insanely good. He's just so good. He does everything well. And I'm so salty I don't have him because he's like a missing third unit I need on so many different teams I can run, and I just don't have him. And it was so terrible that they brought him on a random banner. The only time he ever returned was on a random banner because they know that people want this unit. So that's why he wasn't included in any of the anniversary banners. So it's very scummy, but you know, it's very easy money for them to make, which is, I mean, I guess you can't blame them, right? I mean, you kind of could, fuck them. But I think that's all for Z tier. 17 at the forefront, is that fine? These units I really don't care about, so that's fine. So yeah, I think that's fine. Sword of Hope Trunks there. Red hit. I'm tempted to put, do I even want to put Beast there? Because, well, okay, I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Yeah, Kid Buu might not be top 10, but we'll leave him there for now. Jiren can, yeah, this is hard to squeeze all these motherfuckers in the top 10. Okay, but okay, we'll come back to this once we go over the God tier side. So now we come to God tier. I think this tier here is kind of universally accepted. Everyone pretty much has these same 4 units in this tier, and it makes sense, right? So we'll start off at number 4. I think it's Ultra Rose, and I guess we'll tackle in number 3 as well, which is Ultra Gogeta Blue. Now, some people will have Ultra Rose above UGB, so I'll give you my explanation as to why I have UGB over Rose. Rose is technically the perfect partner for Ultra Vegito Blue, simply because he covers the blue unit, disadvantage that UVB has, right? So that in itself already makes him the best partner for him, whereas UGB is purple, and so for the most part, VB is the one that's going to be covering for Gogeta, right? But since VB exists, there's not going to be that many red units running around anyway, so that's another plus to why UGB is ahead, because since red Vegito exists, there's not going to be many yellow units in the meta. Therefore, purple is going to be more prominent, and they're going to be more free to just go ham, right? Which is why I think the biggest reason UGB is ahead of Rose is because there's no really good yellow units that are running rampant, but there are 2 very powerful purple units that are running rampant, which is not good for this Rose, right? So that's like a very simple explanation. There's more purple units than there are yellow units, and therefore one of them ranks above the other. But I have really no problem if you have Rose over UGB. Like, I personally prefer running Rose, but it's safer to run UGB, right? But for now, we'll just put UGB over Rose. So that's 3 and 4. Now it comes to number 1 and 2. I know you guys already know who the remaining units are, so I'm going to say what I think. Number 2 for me is Go Frieza, and number 1 is Ultra Vegito Blue. Now, most people for most tier lists I've seen, they typically have Go Frieza at number 1 and Vegito at number 2, but the common accepted, I guess, positioning for these two is that they're both at number 1, where they're both equally the best unit in the game. You can kind of see this as a similar situation to Revival Gohan and FSK when Revival Gohan first dropped. Those two were basically considered the 2 best units in the game. They were both number 1 at the same time. So you can kind of consider it the same situation as that. But me personally, I have UVB slightly over Go Frieza. But obviously, I have no problem with people having Go Frieza above them, right? This unit is basically, as people say, flawless. They don't really have that. They don't have almost any flaws to them. Like, I can't think of anything. They do everything so well. They do damage. They have defenses. Well, they don't tank the best, but it doesn't really matter if you can just heal it up. They counter rush, which is their biggest thing. That rush control is probably the biggest type of rush control we've ever seen, right? It's more oppressive than just simply having a revival unit, because this straight up nullifies the rising rush, and only a select few units can rush this guy, and that's only on cover change. If you're versus him, like if Go Frieza is on the field, then you can't rush him. But if he's on standby, only a few units can rush him, and that is Revival Goku. I actually don't know who the other 2 is. There's a couple other ones. Is it Sword of Hope Trunks? Does he have uncancelable buff? I think Sword of Hope Trunks has uncancelable cover null. I could be wrong, but his cover null only comes when he's like when he has dead allies, so it's not that reliable. And usually he's the first one to die because you're running him with VB and Rose, and you basically sack this guy off. So I don't know who the other two are. If you guys are aware of who it is, just let me know in the comments because I'm kind of interested now. But yeah, there's a couple other units that could safely rush Go Frieza into the cover change, and he will not remove the buff. Because for those of you who don't know, when this guy cover changes in, he cancels enemy buff effects, and most units in this game have cover null, but it's cancelable. So they always just cancel that cover null buff and just cancel the counter the rush. But for me, I just think that UVB's early game is just so oppressive. It is very, 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 very oppressive. There's very little you can do. Once he starts his combo, there's almost nothing that can stop him. And I've seen a lot of people mention the fact that he doesn't have really good, really consistent offensive neutral, because he does have good defensive neutral. He has a lot of ways to heal back, but yeah, he doesn't have that consistent of a offensive neutral, which I will agree. But simply having that type neutral on Rush, having that type neutral on Green, and is that the only one? I think those are the only two ones. And they last 10 timer counts, which is a decent amount of time. And there has been many instances where I was able to utilize that offensive neutral even after popping the Green or popping the Rush, and that came in very clutch for me. But even then, even if you go up against a blue unit, he is still doing damage. He is still doing damage to these units. He is still doing damage, and so that should not be that big of a minus for him. It's almost like these matches end so damn fast because of this guy. It's just insane. I personally think that he's above Go Frieza. He's just more oppressive in my opinion. But like I said, if you have Go Frieza above, it is all good. There's really, you can't criticize someone for having Go Frieza or above or UVB above. They are both interchangeable, but it really comes down to personal preference at that point. But yeah, for me, UVB is number 1, Go Frieza is number 2, UGB number 3, and Rose at number 4. You're pretty much gonna run a variation of 2 of these units together on every given team. Like, you're gonna be running into at least 2 of these units, and the third one is one of these guys, mostly these 2. It's really just these 6 units that you see in PvP right now. It's crazy. But that's gonna be it. Let me see Z tier. Let me just go through it real quick. Hit, Beast. Do I want to put Hit that high? What is that? That's top 6, 7. I think that's fine. Top 7, top 8, top 9, top 10. Pan not in top 10. I might bring Hit down. I'm gonna bring Hit down. He's just, I'm gonna bring Hit down. I'm gonna bring Pan up. I don't care. Flame me if you want, but Pan's usage is way higher than any of these units, and for that reason, I will put her in the top 9. And I think I am okay with this lineup here. Now, this is mostly ranked. These ones are all in order. These ones are you can go here. Do I even want to put Rose this high? Why is Rose that high? I don't want to put him that high actually. He can go like somewhere here. I don't know why he was that high. MUI might be a bit high actually, but this is not. Trunks and Vegeta can go some. Nah, he's a yellow unit. Yeah, for the rest, I think it's fine. S tier 1 is completely unordered. I don't care where you place these guys. They're all trash. Well, they're not trash. They're just barely usable. And then trash tier is definitely trash tier. I mean, I guess I'll order this a bit. Piccolo can go like somewhere here, and then Goten can go here. Yeah, I guess this is fine. But that's gonna be my 5th anniversary Legends Limited / Ultra tier list. I usually do these every 6 months for Legends Festival and then 5th anniversary. So there you go. Definitely let me know in the comments if you agree, if you disagree. What's your top 5 looking like? Who do you think is the best unit in the game? Is it UVB? Is it Go Frieza? I'm interested to know what you guys have to say. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe because it's so important. So don't forget. Have a great day. See ya.